Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please—
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to—
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the— We had better go and—
Thank you.
Stock and sequences. Bad news for my purse.
Finally, a seat with a view.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? Right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you! You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost— So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted—
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you Besides, I thought we were getting along quite— Nothing personal. We just have different— The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think—
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That...
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chia? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but—
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for—
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring—
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,000. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracked until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers. I stood motionless among the crowds, asking—
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that was Liyue, The city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The gnosis which I had kept for so many years suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right, which is why I continued to safeguard the gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine power?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the—
In the end, the resolution to all— Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for— All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death. Huh? On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was—
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be for—
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace—
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon—
Realistically speaking, there is no such—
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made— My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all— As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself.
Paimon can't— So Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign?
One of the clauses of our contract—
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Let's take shelter for the time being. Don't worry.
An assassin of our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chainsaw, coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. Even my blade. Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. Blitz. Only with ignorance of water's pleasures fails also to comprehend its horrors. Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. Blitz. As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist forever.
I wonder when I'll get as tall as my big sister. Go, Barbara, go! Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So, Sucrose, the package you mentioned that you received before, you need to be careful. Once I open...
No. Hey, Timaeus! What are you chatting about? And who might this be?
Oh, hello?
Hi. Huh?
That's okay.
Hey, aren't you the legendary traveler? I've heard so many...
Sucrose
A strange?
Yes,
Huh? A package from an ex...
there wasn't anything... I think I... No,
Oh,
no.
it's called...
Genius Invocation TCG! Yeah, we didn't know it had...
That's right. It starts. It turns out after being... Huh?
No.
Oh?
Well,
Oh, right! And since... Okay, although...
But if you'd like to learn the... Yep, that trying to...
understood. To be honest,
Well, what if...
I wonder when I'll get as tall as my big sister.
for a little shock.
My thing.
Come a little closer. Let's dance. You're in for a little shock. Let's fucking blow. Come a little closer. Let's. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Are you here to play with me? You're no game, no game. What's that? Freeze! That's this! Freeze! Cool! That's this! Freeze! Cool! That's this! Cool! That's this! Cool! That's this! All yours, should have used. Oh, so these. Yes, very nice. Very well. I shall put my official duties once.
Wow, he's kind of over here.
Yes, very nice. Yes, very nice.
You're in for a little shock. Let's.
Oh, so you cut these.
Come on, closer.
so you cut these. All yours. Do you know how to use them? Oh, so you cut these.
Even my boy. Blitz. Oh, you kitty.
Let the show begin. Why has everyone stopped singing? Let's dance.
Come a little closer. You've been my boy. You're in for a little shot. Come a little closer.
Let's dance. I don't know. Go, Barbie, go.
This is getting interesting.
Let the show begin.
Pastor Isoft, welcome to the adventure.
I'm sure it's on.
Pastor.
Well, so Rex Lapis is really... Oh, come on. There's only one real possibility. Fatui? Shh. Lower your voice. If the... Oh, well, so Oh, come... There's only one real possibility. Fatui? Shh. Lower your...
You know that god.
Yes.
Say.
Now that you... I mean it all. Still, what's so...
Ah, forget it.
Hear ye all, though a dragon soar, gods and adepti, rumors and hearsay having been thwarted in his nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But, did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and Kuching. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among...
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we re-establish...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have
Huh? Is she?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Chising always repay their debts. And as you have heard, name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Oh, why are you hanging back here? Don't you want to get... You went through a lot to organize this, right? And this is a...
If you were looking for some... If you were looking...
The cleanup of the...
Roping you in was possible.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll... And here you are looking all...
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Xinyue kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout.
You're right. I do lack the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this, when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look, but since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as in when—
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as the Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liu. That is true. But there is no—
Paimon?
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in—
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what—
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans but if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been—
That's how people
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun—
Vision hunted?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent—
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from—
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings.
Whoa! That's—
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the head. All right then. Was there anything else you— that was a good one. That said, I hinted as much to the adept. How did I accomplish that? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the—
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the— Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the adept coaching is absolutely now. Though, could the original person— All right then. Was there anything else?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your Gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Morin since Morax is dead? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of—
Yes, this is indeed a major— Well, I suppose we'll just leave such trouble—
Then, did you at least set some private—
Oh, a private fund. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this club.
Everything's in place and they've taken... Yes. Now to start reeling them in.